What's up, guys? Today we will start off with the installation of a two-node Citrix delivery controller, which we would then load balance on a NetScaler and configure the installation of the delivery controller in our next series. Diagram: the delivery controllers normally reside in the control layer of the Citrix virtual apps and desktop layers. Let's jump on to my lab. I've already pre-built the OS. So I've got two nodes already pre-created with a Windows Server 2019 standard edition, fully patched. Uh, and I've also downloaded the ISO for CVAD 2402 LTSR. So I'm just going to jump on the first node, which is CVAD DDC01. And I'm just going to start off the wizard. As you can see that the wizard has already opened. In this case, I am going ahead and publishing a whole desktop. So I will use the virtual apps and desktop menu and click on start. And as you can normally see from the main menu, you'll have various options and components to normally install all of the specific role of Citrix. In this case, we'll be going ahead and clicking on delivery controller, which is the first option. As you can see that the wizard has just opened up. I'm just going to accept the agreement, the software license agreement, and I'll click on I have read, understood, and accepted the terms of the license agreement, and I'll click on next. Now, as you can only see, there are quite a lot of Citrix components in there. There as stated above from my lab, I will normally be installing license server. We already installed license server on a different box, so I can untick that, and we will also untick secure private access because we're not going to be using that. I'll leave the delivery controller option, the web studio, and the director option along with studio. Now, everyone would already be aware of studio, but you can see there's a new role called web studio, which has normally been installed, which is installed as a part of this specific component itself. So I'm going to tick that, and I'll talk a bit more about that component later in the video. And I'll go ahead and click next. You can see that on the next step of delivery controller, it has automatically filled in the name, the FQDN name of that specific DDC. And this is normally required for accessing the web page, the web GUI for the web for the studio itself. And I'll click next. We already have an SQL server already deployed. So I'm going to untick this because I'm not going to be using the Express edition, which comes along with the setup. So I'll untick that and I'll keep this option of remote assistance ticked and click next. I'll make sure that all of the firewall ports are listed and they can be automatically be configured for the firewall rules, and I'll click next. And as you can only see from a summary section that it's going to be installing it under that specific directory. And these are all of the prerequisites that are normally required, which is Microsoft.NET, Framework 4.8, the local host cache storage, which is the local DB, IIS, the URL rewrite, the application request routing, and the remote access assistant. And all of these core components would normally be installed on this one box, which is Delivery Controller, Web Studio, Director, and Studio. I'll go ahead and click install. So as you can normally see that the extraction of files have started off, and the wizard will start installing all of the prerequisites. There will be a couple of reboots in between. So I'm going to pause the video and make it quicker so that you guys do not have to normally go through that or wait for that lengthy process. As this wizard is going on, I'm going to jump on the other DDC box as well, which is DDC02, and I will start off the installation on that box as well at the same time. So click on auto select. As you can see on the second node, I've just mounted the CVAD ISO, and I'm just going to click on start, and I'll be going ahead and installing the delivery controller option on the second node as well. I'll just literally rinse and repeat the steps that I normally did on O1. As you can normally see on O1, the installation is still going on. Jump on O2. I'll go ahead and accept the license agreement on node 2 and click on next. And again, I will normally make sure I only have delivery, web studio, director, and studio ticked. I'll be unticking secure private access because we won't be using that feature. Click on next. As you can see, it's already picked up the FQDN of the second node as well. Go ahead and click next. I'll untick the SQL Server 2022 Express CU9 and click next. I'll leave the defaults and I'll click on install, and this will go ahead and start installing all of the prerequisites on the O2 box as well. Let's go jump on O1 quickly and have a look what's happening. So you can see that the prerequisites are getting installed. I will pause the video for a time being and I'll come back once the installation is completed. As you can see from the wizard, the machine is going to be restarted on the first node. I'll just click on close and I'll just check on the second node. Uh, it's the same thing as well because it's just installed the first prerequisite, which is .NET. I'll just click on close and I'll let it restart the boxes. The boxes are just rebooted, so I'm just going to re-log in back again to the box. And I'll do the same on the other one as well. Hopefully the wizard should start up back again automatically. As you can normally see, the wizard has automatically started and it has started installing all of the prerequisites back again. So it's going to go through every single component till every single component is installed successfully on both of the nodes. So I'll check on the O2 one as well. And you can see that the same process is started on the other one as well. So I'm just going to leave this wizard running and I'll pause the video and come back to you guys once every single component in here is completely installed. As you can see guys that all of the core components of Citrix has been successfully installed on Node O1. And if I have a look at Node O2, that's all installed as well. It's right now in a phase where it's doing a post install, where it's initializing every single component. And once that's done, we should be to an end where it's successfully installed all of the components of Citrix. We just wait for it to complete. All of the features are successfully installed. I'm just going to leave this option unticked because I don't have a Citrix Cloud login at this point. But if you do, yeah, it's highly recommended to normally tick it. So it will normally provide, and Citrix call home periodically normally collects all of that information about your system and product configuration, and it's transferred it to the Citrix portal itself. Yeah. I'll keep it untick and click on next. And I'll click on finish. I'll make sure I do the same on the other node as well. Click on next. I'll click launch site Citrix Site Manager and click on finish. Uh, that looks good. So it looks like the installation is completed. In the next series, we will start off with configuring of the Citrix delivery controller that we have just installed in between the two nodes. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Hasta la vista from Citrix Sage. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.